will stand. Some of us will. For a moment of silence, please. If you will, please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, folks. That's it. It's good to be able to stand and say that. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's what I was going to ask for.
Nobody.
Okay. Can I put my name on there?
You can't. No.
Did you catch I was talking to myself there a while ago? Y'all understand? Okay. I was hoping you had. Okay. Approve the agenda. We have several items added, so everybody's on board with that. You wrote those things down. So is there a motion to approve the agenda, please?
So move.
Maurice? Second. Second, Doug? I don't know if any discussion is needed. All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, here we go. Citizen input. Here we go. Hand that back to her. Lay it back here. We won't throw that away. We'll recycle that, use it for next meeting, change the date or whatever. We don't throw paper away. Item for information. Monthly financial report. No,
We weren't
okay.
able to close the.
Yeah, it says not available.
Thank you.
Okay, you see, the monthly district enrollment is in here. There's also, a resolution, not a resolution, the policies for review. I looked through our policies to see if we had to vote on this. You know, last meeting it was in the consent agenda, but I couldn't find any need to vote on this, so I just put it here, items for information. And one more time, probably as a teacher, we repeat things and explain things more than once, just to make sure we got it all. But this is a list of policies that if there's one of these policies you'd like to pull, or any of them, all of them, whatever, and send them to the policy committee, then these are up for review. But I want to point out, you don't have your red book, will you? Do you not?
Not with me.
You know where it is, though.
I got it in my truck.
Yeah, there you go. I knew where it was. But the point you need to remember, any policy like the one brought up there about the time, okay, to speak. Any policy that you think the policy committee needs to look at, you can pull it and ask it be presented to the policy committee. And like I told her, I want to have the policy committee look at the time. As long as I've been on board, it's been 3 minutes, okay? Maybe it's getting ancient, I don't know, we'll see. She made a good point though. Next is the collaborative conferencing, the dates, we got 2 dates, October the 20th and the 24th. I would like to add Bill Jarnigan and Nancy Sanders to that conferencing team. We have 2 vacancies. That would give us 7 people. I assume JCEA is going to have 7, right? And everybody. So we're going to meet on the 20th. It may take 2 meetings, but I think basically is the policy involved is complaints and grievances, right? Is that what y'all want to bring up at the conference? I don't want to put you on the spot, but is that it, or?
Well, I don't know.
I would like to request that whatever you want to conference on August the 20th, that you give us a copy of it in advance. So we have 7 people, we'd like 7 copies of whatever you're wanting to conference. and then we have a little chance to prepare and respond, okay? So we'll leave it at that, how's that? All right. Next, we have the policy review, we done mentioned that. Now then, the consent agenda, these are items that you can pull if you want to vote on them separate or anything like that. You notice this time I added a resolution. Now, the consent agenda is items that don't require very much or any discussion. They're kind of like a chip shot or something like that. But you notice there are resolutions down under new business because they're going to need some discussion. So the one that I added to the consent agenda has to do with surplus items. It's kind of a gimme, okay? So is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Nancy, second? All right, Josh, second. Thank you, sir. All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay. All right, unanimous. Thank you so much. Now the committee reports. Policy committee, basically here we just made a motion, no second, because the policy committee looked at these. So these are three policy changes on first reading. Is there a motion? Okay, thank you. Danny made a motion. Got a second? Somebody say a second.
I did.
Bill. Oh. Bill, I have to move back while I get everybody. Second, Bill seconded the motion to pass on first reading policy 4.210, 6.200, 4.407. All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, thank you so much. Next, under new business, budget amendments, I think in your packet you have a real good explanation. All these amendments presented by the finance director, but again, if you have anything that you'd like to ask the finance director at this time, then do so.
Can we put all three of them together? Or is that what we
Yeah, let's go over all of them together, be fine, yes. Don't see any need of separate. We'll put them together all in one. Is there any questions for the finance director?
want? I'd like to get a motion to accept this by here, get a second, they can discuss it. I make a motion to,
All of them together?
yes.
Okay. Motion been made to approve general purpose fund 141, number 8, 142, 7 and 8, 143, number 2. Is there a second? Got a second from Nancy. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
Just a couple questions.
Director toward her.
Yeah. In here you have, for example, on item 2 of the Fund 142, number 7, adjust grant to match E-Plan. What is E-Plan? What is that?
Do you want?
It doesn't matter. So E-Plan is a platform that the state has where federal programs director submits the plan of how we're going to expend the funds. And then on the finance side, Joy, who is school finance, she asked and Louise asked for reimbursements. So it's a platform where we talk to the State Department to get approval of funds, of how we're going to spend the funds, and to request reimbursement, and to request final expenditure reports, all through that. So it's a state platform where we communicate.
Okay. Second question, on item 5, you to accept, allocate carryover funds for IDEA, Part B. What's IDEA?
That is a grant. Do you want to elaborate on the grant or what it is?
Right back there is your IDEA director, Evelyn May.
Maybe she's what I'd be asking.
Yeah, she's got your answer.
What does IDEA stand for, or what is it?
IDEA stands for Individuals with Disability Education Act, and Part B is the school service portion of it. So the IDEA law encompasses students that potentially have disabilities prior to being school age. So there's Part B, Part C, and so we are Part B.
So IDEA how would you sum up what the IDEA program is for
For students with
disadvantaged kids?
disabilities. Students who have an identified disability.
Oh, who have an identified disability, physical, emotional, mental,
Correct.
All-
Cognitive,
any of all?
yes.
Okay. Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm done.
Anybody else? All in favor of this motion, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous, yes. Next on the agenda is school bus driver benefits. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion, and my motion is to move $40,000 from the general fund balance for the purpose of providing a one-time bonus of $500 to all regularly scheduled bus drivers, and a one-time bonus of $250 to all substitute bus drivers, bonus to be paid in calendar year 2022.
Okay. I was like those guys back there, they got funny. All right, is there a second?
Is this something that we can bring up and discuss? Excuse me.
No, gotta have a second.
I second, but we might second, cause I'm gonna discuss.
Okay, have a second. Mr. Doug, you get to go first.
As we discussed earlier, I think, and as Dr. Arnold mentioned, with the cafeteria workers in the past, we were at a crisis stage and we did it. We did it for them. I think we're at the same position right now with the bus drivers. I think we're at a crisis stage. I feel that if we don't do this by the end of the year, we're going to be losing more bus drivers. Even though we have a few applications, it's going to take until after the first of the year to get them qualified. We're going to have to cancel more routes. I think it's imperative that we do this. I mean, we can always figure out that there's going to be backlash from other things, but I think we have to face crises as they come up to prevent them from getting any worse. I think that in the next fiscal year, we can address some of the other, if there is backlash from other part-time workers, we can address that in coming months, but I think right now, this is absolutely essential that we do.
Sir. Maurice?
We might second, cause we get a discussion. I think that we need to do something, I really do, cause the laps are getting, seriously thin, and I'm always, like I told you before we started meeting. Well, I think we need to look at, other people, cause we might get some backlash, I know we probably will. But we did something for the cafeteria workers, we gave them one time, I think it was, what, $200?
Oh, it was it was a complicated,
Yeah.
yeah.
But, so it's gonna cost $40,000 out of fund balance that's what you wanna move it from. And, so I think that we need to me, I think we need to look at our non-certified teachers and staff and everything to see if we can come in all of them. That's cruise everybody because, but I agree with you. It might, I don't know if it contain them. If we give them $500, are they gonna, after they get the $500, are they gonna jump ship? After they get it. So that's what we gotta look at too, but I'm done.
Okay.
First of all, if we vote to do this, $40,000 would have to be okayed by our county commissioners, correct?
That'd be a budget meeting.
If we take it out of
Amendment,
fund
yes.
balance, have to be approved by the county commissioners. How long ago has it been since we gave $500 to bus drivers?
April of 2020, April of this year.
How many of them have stayed, or how many of, what effect did that $500 have on them?
There's not been any of them leave, per se.
He says $250 for the part-time drivers. Is that what you said, Doug?
That's right.
How many part-time drivers is he?
I believe there's what, 5 or 6?
How many?
Six.
How many of them are full-time employees by the county?
I do not have
You
it.
need to check that out, please, and see how many full-time employees is,
There-
what the part-time
there are
for the
subs
county?
that are
Is-
full-time
is-
employees.
No subs
Sure
or
is.
no sub, so there are no sub drivers who are full-time employees that would be on.
Well, see, something else I want to bring up. If they don't miss a day on that bus, they get a $500 at the end of the year, am I correct? If they ain't gonna miss a day. I think
Yeah,
we
there's
got-
bonus incentives built
Yeah.
into the.
But
They
what I'm
got,
saying-
they got 5 sick leave days, if they don't use them.
They get a five, and we got bus drivers that don't even take a day off, don't even do that, I know. And I agree with you, Doug. I think we should, to me, I really do. But I'm just I want to treat everybody equal, still. I just want to be equal for everybody.
Call for question.
Yes, sir. You know,
Big call for question.
well, I'd like to, he gets to wind up.
Okay, it's fine.
I think everybody about throws it okay, we'll let
No, I
Doug.
said everything I had to say.
You, okay, all right. Okay, all those in favor of, I forgot the motion. Read it again, read it again.
$500.
Okay, the motion
Wait, let's
to
let-
move
let's hear it again.
$40,000 from the general fund balance for the purpose of providing a one-time bonus of $500 to all regularly scheduled school bus drivers, and a one-time bonus of $250 to all substitute bus drivers to be paid in calendar year 2022.
Thank you. All in favor of that motion, raise your right hand. Okay, 3. All opposed? 4 no votes.
May I say something? Am I allowed to say something?
Well, I mean,
I just think we need to look into it further, that's all.
okay,
I do too.
I'm not against it, I know.
okay, okay. Next on the agenda is the school calendar for 23-24. Is there a motion, please?
I'll make a motion, we accept it as presented.
Thank you, Mr. Charlie. Is there a second? Mrs. Anderson. Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? Bill?
No, sir.
Nope. Nancy? Nope. Anybody? Nope. All right. All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Boom, boom, boom. Unanimous. Good job. Number 4, resolution number 2022-109, third grade retention.
I make
Is
a
there a
motion. I make a motion
What is,
for that.
okay.
We need common state.
Got you. Is there a second? Ms. Anderson, second. You getting all this? Good. All right, any discussion? Let's see, you guys go first.
I think we need to do this, and if the other school districts are following the same thing we're doing, and because I think it's putting hard pressure on some of these teachers and some of our students, and to do that, I really do, you know, they trying, you gotta give somebody effort trying. You know, so I just think we need to pass this and go on, because we need to get more school departments behind us, so.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a lot of support. Yes, sir. Do you have anything? No? Yes, sir.
Anytime we can take local control, and this is about local control, I'm for it.
Anybody else? All those in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Unanimous? Thank you, ladies. Back here in the back. Okay. Baltimore Place. Number 5 is Jefferson County School Gym, HVAC, and you saw the numbers. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay, now let's, we need to be a little more specific on this. Hold on just a second when I find it. We need to include in the motion the dollar amount and the funding source, if you don't mind.
I think that it's gonna finish at 600, am I correct? 660,000, 100,000? Right here, 714,540. I know it's got to get approved by our county commissioners, our fund balance.
Yeah, okay.
So I make that in a motion.
So
Give it
your
to the
motion
county
is to
commission.
utilize $714,540 from fund balance to do the work that's on this plate.
Yes,
That's your motion.
that's my
Yes.
motion, sir.
Is there a second? Did I get the number right?
Yeah.
Second?
Second.
Who seconded? Oh, thank you, Doug. I'm always looking the wrong way, that's why I'm not a deer hunter. Any discussion? Mr. Moody?
I ain't got no discussion, except praying for we here.
540.
We can go ahead and get this done, and I think it'd be great for our kids, come back being cool, Jim. I know it was strong, you ain't never been in there when it's hot, it's hot. I mean, it's hot, so, I think it's great.
Ma'am, did we get a motion that satisfies?
It does. I didn't know if anyone would want to know what their current available fund balance is.
Yeah, I'd like
With
to-
that motion, just to let you know. So we are gonna present the $125,000 to see if Budget Committee and County Commission will pass. So this is including that, but that has not passed yet. And also the $1 million of that resolution that will be moving to federal funds. So that will put our fund balance at around $9,975,000, so.
Minus this amount,
Minus
the other.
No.
No, that's the current available fund balance, so if you take that out, you'll have
Okay,
about
yeah,
9.2.
okay, I got you. All right.
Or how much was it?
Who seconded?
714.
Wait a minute.
540, yeah.
Hold on.
Mr. Richardson.
Who seconded? Doug,
I
you got anything you want to say?
No.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Did you say we had 9 million in the fund balance to press now?
Without taking this out, your current available fund balance is $9,975,000.
So we're asking you to take out that 700 and something,
Which is about
714,
9.2.
540.
and 125,000 for the,
That, I've already reduced that,
you done reduced that.
yeah.
So she said taking this 714,540 out would still leave an available fund balance over $9 million.
I don't think it's gonna hurt.
Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Okay, unanimous. Thank you, ladies. All right,
Austin, get to work.
that long to play.
Not yet. Not
Gotta
till after
get approved
county
first,
commission.
All right, here we go. Item number 7 is the policy 5.502, basically to be eliminated from our policy manual. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Bill Jarnigan? And Danny seconds the motion. Any discussion, Bill? That was right.
This will be added on to the
I
5.01.
skipped over that.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah. Do what, Bill?
That's correct.
Anybody? We're good? All right, anybody else? All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All righty, motion passes unanimously.
Who made the motion and who seconded it?
Mr. Jones.
Bill made the motion, sorry,
Danny second.
Thank you, thank you.
I need to pick it up, no, don't quote me on that.
Good.
Here we go. Believe it or not, I made a mistake. Let's go back to number 6. I don't know my numbers. Let's go back up to number 6, Resolution 2022-110. And the director gave an explanation of that one.
That's one we don't.
No,
So this is the one that moves $1 million so that we can pay our funds.
So
this is-
moved. I make a motion to approve that.
Okay.
We gotta do that.
Yeah.
Is there a second?
We gotta do it.
Second.
Who seconded?
Josh.
Yes, thank you, Josh, seconded. So the motion is to approve Resolution 2022-110, correct?
I ain't having it.
Josh, got anything you want to say? Anybody else? No? All in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous.
Would that have to go in front of the budget?
Yes,
committee?
county commission.
Okay. It has to go in front of county commission.
Yeah, it's a budget,
They'll take-
it's a budget amendment, all these are budget,
That's actually.
everything's gotta be a budget amendment.
That's a resolution.
That's just a resolution, so
it'll have to go before county, not budget committee, but county commission.
Well, I almost done number 7 again. We've done that one already. Need to get some glasses. Number 8, fair. Here we go. Now, a motion is good to begin with, but if we'd like to discuss this a little more before we jump on it, that'd be fine with me also. Normally under new business, you get a motion first and then discuss. I don't know. This is, you know, yes, sir.
I would like to make a motion to discuss.
Okay.
I second it. folks.
I'll second it. Here we go. We're going to discuss. I'll give myself permission to speak since no one else to talk. I do regret that we don't have a fair anymore. I really do. My kids enjoyed it when they were young. We just got into a situation, we thought we were going to need the land, honestly, and still think, hopefully we do. But what we got to think about is take the first step and maybe approve or not approve the fair, and then we got to work out the legal issue. We got to get it so he's safeguarded, we're safeguarded. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a not that tonight is the issue's not going to be settled tonight. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, if anybody would like to make a motion about the fair, and include, contingent upon being able to work out a contract or an agreement, right?
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
During the work session when we were talking about this, I kind of wrote, but I think a motion that it might work would be, I'm not making this motion, I'm just bringing this up for discussion, that the school district allows the fairgrounds to host the 2023 Jefferson County Fair, and that an agreement to this effect be drafted and made available for the school board approval at our business meeting on November 3rd, 2022. In other words, we approve the concept of having a fair, but we, you know, base it upon our approval of some agreement being reached that's that's mutually agreeable
Yeah.
to both us and the fair.
Yeah. I don't think we need to walk away from here tonight with a ironclad agreement. When is the latest you would need to know? I know you got vendors you gotta line up and
Well,
stuff.
we gotta get sponsors and, you know, all that, but if I can know some, at least by December. And I'll work with, you know, if something happens, we build a school, but I mean, of course, you know, I don't wanna wait, you know, like come July, you know, say, well, you know, we're gonna start, you know, then we'll be, you know, the fair's gonna be in July. So, you know, but I'm willing to work whatever, so we can get the
Okay.
fair going, and then if something happens, get a school built, that'd be great, but, you know, let's have a fair until that does happen.
Okay. Floor is open for a motion.
I would like to make a motion.
Go slow so these ladies can write it down.
I'm hoping I'm gonna word this right. To make a motion to let them have it, but we do need to make sure that we have ourselves covered in case we have to break contract, that there's no lawsuit. Ever how that's going to be worded into it. And if we do not break ground by then, let them have their fair. But if we do, then it's gotta be in the contract some which way that we're safe.
So basically, your motion is that we're going to approve the use of the fairgrounds for fair contingent upon satisfying contract
Yes, sir.
for both parties.
Yes, sir.
I didn't mean to make the motion for you, but
Well,
you try to keep it simple. Well, I was reading Doug's.
Yeah. Pretty much what I said.
I heard Doug's motion, so
I
anyway.
second that.
And we got a second. All right,
Now we can discuss.
you get to go first if you need to talk anymore.
The only thing I say is let them have it, but I think that by next month's meeting, we're gonna have a contract in front of us, and we can go ahead and approve it too.
I would work,
We-
Okay.
if you make a motion, we'll make it happen.
I think that.
I like this guy.
Hey, I think we need to have a contract next month and have everything ready to go, and then we'll be set. But have some clauses in there and everything.
Good job, yes. Anybody else? Seeing no more, everybody in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Okay, all those opposed? Votes 5-2. All right, we've reached the other, and there is none. I would like to point out that Mr. Moose is the designated unofficial adjourner.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.